All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel again. Smash the subscribe button. We're going to keep going. We're going to make it hot. We're going to do everything we need to. Now, this one hits more home as I'm in the Bay Area. I'm in the East Bay at that, which means I'm not that far from Oakland. A liberal shithole, but we all love because of the foodie culture. So let's see what's going on with the school system once again. As we all know, California has the shittiest school system in the country, or along with many other ones. I can't speak about the South and stuff. I don't know what goes on down there, but it can't be too much better or worse than California. Let's go.
Our other big story today, big changes could be coming to Oakland schools with some consequential votes happening at tonight's board meeting. And while that meeting is happening inside, right now there's a rally outside demanding better education for students. Students and parents gathered at the Lake Merritt Theater are marching to the board meeting as we speak. They are pointing to some alarming new data that shows Oakland students are not making the grade.
No shit. I mean, it's Oakland. What do you expect?
And as John Ramos reports, they worry it will take years for kids to catch up.
The parents say they've seen the data and they don't like what it shows. And while they may not know exactly what it will take to improve things, they say whatever that is not being done right now. Cecilia Perez Cervantes has her hands full with two young children.
And a big ass Modelo can on top of the piano. All right, cool.
Bouncing around the house, but next year they both start school, and she hopes they'll do as well as her older daughter, who is on her middle school's honor roll with a 4.0 GPA. Still, Cecilia will be one of the people marching on the district's meeting.
Just because my child is doing good doesn't mean other kids aren't. So I do want everybody to be aware of the data. You know, that's our goal for the march, is just to bring the data to everybody's front doors.
A parents group called Families in Action is organizing the protest. They've poured through the district's data.
Wow, do you see that? Oakland's black and brown students are struggling. These parents are ringing the alarm. Yeah, in a gentrified community. Let's see how far that goes.
And found some pretty damning results.
80% of black and brown students here in Oakland cannot read at grade level.
Whoa.
Kimmy Keene, the group's founder, says the district promised last year to commit to improving minority academic performance, but the results have been slow to come.
I think we had a 2% increase in reading math, and it's just not enough. If we keep continuing at this really slow pace, it's going to take 4 generations for all of our kids to be at grade level. For our parents and youth, that's just not okay.
Well, baby, I tell you what is okay. Some of the best talent, a lot of great talent comes out of the city of Oakland. I shouldn't have to name names for you to get that. I'm not saying it's cool to be stupid to go around not knowing how to read at grade level, but it is nice to survive in your community and actually be somebody. Even if it's a rapper, the next actor, the next hot shit. If you about to be the next hot shit and you from a place like this, then you get my vote in.
She blames a lot of it on lack of transparency, saying many parents simply don't understand how poorly the schools are doing. So they have 3 demands. 1, that schools post their performance scores for all to see. 2, that there be better collaboration between schools and home. And the third might be surprising to some. They want the district to stop wasting resources on having so many small schools.
How about we condense the schools? How about we make from 80 schools to 40 schools, and we make those 40 schools really good schools?
You realize that a few years ago they talked about wanting to close and consolidate schools, and the parents all started protesting.
I know. It's because they're not, I feel like they're not giving the data and they don't understand why.
The parents are also angry that in such a time of turmoil, the district seems to be considering firing the longtime superintendent Kyla Johnson-Trammell. It is once again something that is being discussed behind closed doors and without informing parents.
Take a look at that classroom size. Let me see if I can go back a little bit. Okay, it's a little blurry. But have you noticed that these classrooms aren't as big as they used to? Now, back in my day, when I was growing up, it was at least 25 to over 30 kids in one classroom. That was the good old days. This was in the early 90s, but of course, over time, budget cuts, depending on how the superintendents wanted to run things, it just all depends, really.
Without informing parents.
We are angry, but peacefully angry. I tell my family I created, this is my angry mob pitchfork.
Shit, it looked happy the way you decorated, but right on, mama. All right. Got a cute smile, too. I might have to meet up with her, all right? Let me get your IG, girl.
Because we're coming with love. We want our children to succeed.
No one claims to have the answers about how the schools should operate. They simply point to the results and say something has to change.
The hell is that nigga doing? Well, wait a minute. This goofy ass nigga. Aw, please. Liberal power. Get the hell up out of here, man.
Quickly, and they would like to be kept informed about what's going on.
Well, John mentioned questions over the fate of Superintendent OUSD board member Mike Hutchinson posted on Facebook that tonight the board will vote on the next steps to remove Kyla Johnson-Trammell. Hutchinson also said they will vote on whether to take action ahead of a possible one-day teacher strike that could happen.
Oh, please. That strike ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna tell you why it ain't gonna do shit. In communities like Oakland, you gotta remember, Oakland is like a single mother community. I hate to say that shit, but there's a lot of single mothers around that area, which means there's not a lot of money in the household to go around. There's a lot of struggling families, kids. It all starts in the household. So whatever's going on in the household is going to spill into the classroom too. And it just creates a lot of toxicity. What I'm saying is money talks. The better community that you live in, the less problems like that you'll have. You're going to live in better run schools. Like the community I live in has the best run schools in California. If you know, you know. I'm not going to tell y'all everything because a lot of y'all are too lazy to figure shit out and look it up on your own. That's another big problem. So hopefully you guys learned something because I sure in the hell did. This is Kyle Vale, Audi 3000.